Hello everyone, this is Thomas Kinkade, the painter of light, and I am so excited about presenting my tribute to the beauty, the charm, the timelessness of Paris. Rainy Dusk, Paris. This painting is done in the Girrard style, which to me is the purest form of passion on canvas. During my early years, I painted in the style of Robert Girrard as a way of celebrating color. My paintings in the Girrard brush name are really a tribute to Monet, Renoir, Manet, and the other wonderful masters of the French Impressionist movement. The Impressionist works that I most admired were those that utilized broken color. That is, color where the strokes are laid side by side to create an impression of mood and atmosphere. I utilize broad brushstrokes in my Impressionist works as a way of suggesting the vitality of life. Life is a series of moments strung together to create one continuous celebration of beauty. With the right perspective, you can look at day-to-day life from the eyes of a child and really be enamored with a continuous flow of fresh images and new impressions. That was the core of the Impressionist style, an attempt to render on canvas a fleeting impression, to capture a momentary inspiration and to present it on canvas for all to see. Of course, my paintings in the Girrard style often referenced Paris. About this time, I took my first visit to Paris, France. In fact, as a child growing up, I daydreamed of visiting the famed City of Lights. Paris. Could there be a more romantic destination? On our wedding day, my wife and I laid plans for our future. I made a promise to Ninette, my new bride. Someday, I said, I will take you to Paris. I said on our third anniversary, we will celebrate together in Paris at a cafe, sipping a cafe latte and looking out over the beauty that is Paris. I remember I traded a painting for the use of a friend's motorhome, a small traveling studio that would allow me to explore Europe on a vagabond's budget. My first impressions of Paris were of a dazzling place where the history of the city was still very much alive. I set up my easel in the boulevards and began recording impressions, much like the Impressionist painters did. My painting, Rainy Dusk, Paris, is a wonderful example of this era of my life, when, as an artist still in his 20s, I attempted to put down the most pure form of inspiration that I could, to really relive the experience of the Impressionist artists and bring it up to date for my current-day collectors. The Girrard paintings remained for many years unavailable to collectors. Recently, we have had the opportunity to release several of these paintings as collectible prints, and Rainy Dusk Paris will be sought after by collectors who enjoy the passion and romance that still exists in Paris. As you dim the lights on Rainy Dusk Paris, you will begin to see the technique of broken color that creates an overall impression of radiant light. The dimming light suggests warmth and tends to bring the palette together to even more harmony. Then, as the lights are once again brought to full intensity, we see as though a cloud has passed and sunlight again is radiating on the canvas, a sense of brighter colors enveloping the painting. I utilized deep mauves and a sense of dampness on the buildings and streets to suggest Paris aglow, perhaps after a gentle spring rain. Along the streets, we see kiosks and cafes, Parisians making their way to and fro in the regalness of a bustling day. Of course, the painting is nostalgic. It's an attempt to turn the clock back to that magic era when the café society of Paris was in its fullest bloom. Truly, Rainy Dusk Paris, a classic vision from my Girrard era, will be collected by all of those romantics who value the beauty and subtlety of the Impressionist style. Rainy Dusk Paris, like all my paintings, is a pure vision from the heart, an attempt to capture emotions on canvas. I hope you sense that emotion and will enjoy making Rainy Dusk Paris a part of your collection. This is Thomas Kinkade saying thank you for sharing the light.